Hello, I thought I'd do a storytime video. I did a storytime video before, but it wasn't really what people were expecting because I basically told the story of the old woman who swallowed a fly. And one or two of you didn't like that. Because I think you were basically expecting me to tell a story about my life, something interesting that's happened to me. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. But if I just keep talking long enough, then I'm hoping eventually I'll say something interesting, and then when I edit this video I can just cut out all the boring crap, leave in the interesting stuff, and then you'll have your storytime video. So I'm not really sure how this is going to go. There used to be a pub near where I live, and it played music. They had live bands there. The whole pub was music themed. Had like posters, rare collectible posters on the wall from different bands, and guitars and different instruments along the walls and stuff. And this was the place to be. Everyone went to this place. This was like the lifeblood for social activity in this town. And I've got so many good memories from there, but I don't know if I could think of any specific story that would interest you. And we would go in there. We would play. There's a card game called Shithead, which we used to play in there quite a lot. My brother taught me how to play Shithead back in 1997. But we used to play it. Everyone's got their own different variations of this game. The majority of the rules are the same, but everyone has their own slight little tweak on it. And we'd play that. I would go in there. I wasn't working at the time, and I would go in there really early, like pretty much 8 from time, and then stay for all the way through till the end of the day. And thinking, oh, it's so sad, all these people just in there playing cards. I mean, we weren't gambling or anything for money. Well, I never did. We were just in there playing cards, just having a good time. Just, you know, it's such a sociable thing. And it had a nightclub joined onto it where they'd have live bands, or they'd have a nightclub there as well. And it's all like rock music and alternative stuff like that, and metal. And it was on the Friday night usually, because then there's a main club and the neighbouring town, which their main rock night was on the Saturday night, so they would have it on different nights. And I think for a while they were on the same night in direct competition, but that was silly because it was the same people would go to them both, and it was daft, so they ended up moving it to separate nights. But no, I really loved going there. There was such a friendly atmosphere, such a cool vibe. And actually, if you watch my chicken nugget drive-through review video, you'll see I mentioned this place very briefly, and then I put in a clip from somebody else's video of a protest, and they're protesting because the place has been shut down and they didn't want it to turn into McDonald's. Well, unfortunately it is a McDonald's now, and it's been a McDonald's for a while. So I think it was like a year ago I made that chicken nugget review video. But it's just places like that was so epic, just social. I mean, the pubs all over the country anyway are just shutting down all the time. You don't hear about it so much in the news now, but they did go through a phase of all the pubs shutting down. All the pubs I used to go to when I was younger, they've all gone. Some of them have been replaced with new ones, so there's still an establishment there, but others are gone. Some of them were quite grotty, and I don't miss them at all. But this one in particular, people would come from miles around for this one. And then when that place shut down, then we went to another place down in Egham. But then that too got shut down. That's now Burger King. So it's actually not far from where I did the fire spinning video last month, because that's sort of Egham Staines area under the bridge by the River Thames. So yeah, I'm not sure if this story really has a point, so I'm just saying that it just used to be just this place where we would all go. I mean, I'm older now anyway, and everyone else is older. So it's not like we could all hang out at the pub all day, every day. I mean, most people now that used to go there have now got proper jobs, and they've got wives and husbands and children and commitments. So it's not like you could just do what we used to do, but it was just such a good time, and you know, the bonds and the friendships that we'd share from that place. It was really epic. I miss it sometimes. I mean, I drove past there quite often, and it still has the original name outside, the Tumble Down Deck. But it has the McDonald's as well now, and it ruins it. It's so sad. If it was to be turned back into a music pub, that would be amazing. But talking about bonds, friendships and stuff, a few years earlier, I met a bunch of people, and we all used to hang out in this one particular pub, and then some of the guys that we'd all have to socialise with, they got a house, and like in our social group, these were like the first people really to actually get their own place. So everyone went there all the time. It wasn't like a constant 24-hour party, because sometimes it was really chilled out, and they did smoke weed quite a lot, which I didn't really like that too much, because I used to cough up crap all the time when I walked home. But that was such a really powerful point in my life. Something, the way that we bonded. The house stood there for, I think it was, I don't know, maybe 2.5 years. And it was just an open house, and people would come and go. And I've got 2 quite long videos of this, but they're on my private Facebook page. I'm never going to put them onto a public forum. It's just the way it is, because I'd have to ask permission of every single person in the video, and I know that some people in the video have already asked that I untag them, even though it's on the private Facebook, because they've moved on from that point in their life now, because this was a very long time ago, and they've moved on, they've got families now, and it was fun at the time, but they've moved on. So those videos are never going to go public, but if you are a friend of mine and you're on my private Facebook, then you can see them. But no, we used to sleep over there, on the floor and stuff. There's a guy, I won't say his name, he used to live under the stairs. It was really funny, because one year, I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's quite grim, but one year we bought him a bar of soap for his birthday, and some other stuff which I want to tell you, but to be honest, I know kids watch this channel and it's not family friendly, but it was funny, just take my word for it. Yeah, I had such good times. We used to play the N64 quite a lot, GoldenEye. It was all about GoldenEye. Playing that game was so epic. This gives you a sense of time scale here. And the PlayStation 2 had just come out, and I was like the first person to have a PlayStation 2. And I got the 4-player multi-tap, which was so hard to come by, but I managed to get one. We used to play Tekken Tag quite a lot. I used to take my PlayStation 2 around there all the time. That was brilliant. I miss those days. But I'm still friends with many of the people that I met back then, even such a long time ago. I say friends, Facebook friends. Although one of them did invite me to Denmark, and I really, really would like to go, but my money situation is, I don't know what's going on. Because about a month ago, I was thinking, yeah, I've got lots of money. I can go to Germany to see my brother. I can go to Denmark to see my friend Emma, who invited me over. I can go to other places that I want to go to. But I haven't been working in ages, and I don't really know what's going on. Anyway, moving on. But I got so many photographs of that time. At the time, I had a 35mm camera. And for all you young people that don't know what a 35mm camera is, because you used to just have it in your phone, is a roll of film which was 35mm across, and it was a long strip, and obviously you don't do that with it, you'll ruin it. And it costs money to buy the films, and it costs money to get them developed and processed, but then they would always give you a free roll of film in exchange. And I took pictures of everything at the time. Everyone hated it at the time, but I was snapping away. I've still got the pictures in my room upstairs. I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photographs. They're all in albums. I would spend hours and hours putting them into the album in chronological order. I'm very fussy about that. I try not to be too OCD on things, but pictures need to be in chronological order. Like, particularly if someone tags me in a photograph, I don't always allow it to be shown on my Facebook if it's not in the correct time order. Like if they've gone and found some really old ones, and I know that if people then go onto my Facebook to look at pictures of me and they see those pictures, they're not going to be in the correct time order. I can't be doing with that, so I won't allow them to be seen on my Facebook unless they're current ones, in which case they are in time chronological order, so I'll allow that. If it's an old picture, historical picture, I can't be doing with that because it will mess up the timeline. So anyway, I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of albums upstairs, not hundreds and hundreds of albums, hundreds and hundreds of photos. And people used to really get annoyed with it at the time. They're like, "Oh, Terry, put the camera away," and then I'd get the camera out and snap. I would say I was earning good money back then, so I could afford to do this. And taking pictures of this, taking pictures of that, you know, just everyday life. I just wanted to document it because I knew this was such an important period in my life, and I wanted to document everything, and I did, to the annoyance of everyone around me, because back then people just weren't used to cameras. Because now, fast forward all these years, it's just normal. Everybody has a camera. I mean, I've got a camera on my phone. Well, there's two on my phone. I've got this camera. I've got another camera upstairs. I've got two cameras upstairs. You know, everybody has a camera. Plus, I've got my webcam. I've got the camera on my laptop. So there's cameras everywhere now. So people are used to it now. But back then, there was a lot of hostility towards it. Although my friends knew it was me, although some people have actually openly admitted that they found it annoying at the time, but they're so grateful now because they can look back on the photos, which they otherwise wouldn't have been able to, because I've uploaded most of them again to my private Facebook. Haven't uploaded everything, partly because it takes ages to scan everything, even if you've got a good scanning program and you can just scan. I had it set up. My laptop was running Linux at the time, and the scanning software there was really good. You could literally just put it in, scan, take it off, scan, put it on, scan, and it was just like a conveyor belt of photos. Unfortunately, I'm not running Linux anymore. I'm running Windows, which sucks. Plus, I didn't want to scan all the ones that I didn't think were as good, so I just scanned the best and uploaded them. So yeah, people now have said they're so happy and grateful that I actually did that I uploaded them, and they can see them, they can look back on them. And I remember at the time, when I very first started putting pictures online, was back in the days of MySpace. I'm showing my age here. I'm showing my age quite a lot in this video. And so many people stole my pictures and reposted them as their own, because I don't think people really understood the whole concept of tagging someone in it, but so many people did it because it's such a new thing. You know, oh, there's a picture, I'll copy that and then re-upload it to my thing. I've got so many of my pictures were stolen, and it's like people start to think that they own the picture, and it's like, no, you don't. That's not your photo. I've got the original hard copy that I can hold in my hand. This is my print. Still happens now with some of these older pictures. Again, all those pictures are posted in date orders. I spent ages putting the dates on every picture. I don't mean just type it in. I actually went to the settings for each individual photo and put the dates on each one, so Facebook knew exactly when it was taken, even to the time sometimes. Oh dear, maybe I am OCD. So yeah, I've always had a passion for taking pictures. Of course, lately I don't tend to do that so much anymore. I don't tend to see so many of my friends anymore. There's a number of reasons. One, they've moved away. I'm still here. I would love to move away, but I'm not earning enough money to move away, partly because of my health. Like, up until 2008, I was earning very good money, and the prospects of getting a place on my own was very real. And then everything I haven't recovered, because then everything went a bit shit. Then my jobs went a bit shit, my health went a bit shit, and I still haven't fully recovered. I've only recently got out my overdraft, and if I don't start getting some jobs again soon, I'm going to be fucked again. Basically, the company I works for, a care company, they were really good. They understood that I suffer with chronic fatigue syndrome, and the money was good. And if I had the energy, the hours were there, and if I didn't have the energy, that's okay. They understood. And I was just starting to get in a position where I was thinking, my money is actually finally starting to look good, and I can start actually thinking about myself. And then that company collapsed. We got transferred to this new place, and I don't know what's going on. I've gone off on a tangent. I do this. I go off on tangents, and then I forget how I got to that tangent. I'll probably watch this back in the editing and be like, oh yeah. I'm watching Question Time at the moment. It's on mute. This country is in such a mess. Why did we just have that last general election? That was such a mistake. We should they should have put all their efforts into this Brexit deal, getting a good Brexit deal. Instead, they put all their efforts into fucking up the general election, and nobody won. Everybody lost. The Conservatives saying, oh, we've still got the biggest party, and Labour saying, oh, but we gained the most seats, and no, everybody lost. Everyone lost. Nobody benefited from that last election. I don't know why we had it. It's just such a mess. It's funny how people are very sensitive about YouTube. It's like I did a vlog a while ago. It's one where I went up north, and then I was in Cobham Services with my friend Abby. She's not camera shy. Although she didn't want to be on the camera for YouTube, she is not camera shy. She happily talks in my camera. If it's just going on Facebook, I've got plenty of videos on Facebook with me and her just chatting to the camera. I think that would actually make quite cool videos, because I'm more comfortable chatting with my friend Abby than anybody else I know. Okay, everybody else I know. Other people I'm comfortable with and I can talk to, and I've got some close friends who I don't see as much as I'd like, so maybe not as close as I'd like, but I can talk to her. It's completely effortless. There are some people I know, and I have to put a lot of effort and work in to make the conversation go anywhere. But I was saying, with her, I can talk to her completely effortlessly. It's completely natural, and it feels completely right. And I've got quite a few videos of us on my Facebook again, just chatting to the camera. Purposely talking to the camera. We're not necessarily talking to each other, but we're actually talking to the camera and to each other. And it's just complete random bollocks, really, and I actually find it quite entertaining. So I think if I could convince her to actually, partake in a YouTube video, that would actually be really cool. But she's not interested, so that's why on that vlog you only heard her voice, and where I was sitting outside in Cobham. So that's why I said I'm sitting with my friend Abby, and you hear her voice, but you don't see her. So it's a shame, but there's a lot of people, I'm just using her as an example, there's a lot of people I find in the past, let's say when I used to go around my 35mm camera, again, and with my video camera, my old VHS-C camcorder, people were very, not camera shy, but camera hostile. But now, people are quite comfortable and confident talking in front of the camera, and you've got things like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. It's just all video. So people are used to it. But then they get sensitive about where it's posted. That's the thing. I find that a lot. That's why you don't see many people on my videos. You see me, you see Aaron, you see Steve, and my older videos you saw on the Dean, because they're happy and comfortable being projected on YouTube. Well, I've got other friends who are more than happy to chat to the camera, be on camera, but only if it's going to my private friends. They don't want to be published to the world. And then other people just don't want to be on camera at all. Which is really annoying, because when I went to Switzerland last year, was it last year or the year before? I forget, time's whizzing by. I think it was last year. There was one person that didn't want to be on the camera. And because I was editing, I was filming for YouTube, and probably it's because of where I put the camera, it's like wide shots of everybody. And then there was one person who came up to me and said, I do not want to be. And it's just like, really? because it's a wide shot filming the whole class, that cuts out like 90% of usable footage straight away. I suppose I could have tried and cropped around her and zoomed in on other places. I did do that a little bit, but it's just, oh, why did you say that? There's not many people have even watched a Swiss video anyway. Thing is, she's on a Swiss promotional video for the karate, but I suppose she knows that's controlled where it's going to go. Because they had a really long promotional video advertising themselves. It's really well made. Unfortunately, could never put it on YouTube because there's a lot of copyrighted music in it. But it was, you know, well filmed, well directed, well edited, and it was really, you know, it was really quite something. And she's in that, but I suppose she knows that's to promote the karate and it's not going to go on YouTube around the world. But I don't know, some people are just fussy. So when I very first started doing this channel, well actually not when I've started doing this channel, when I started taking this channel seriously, there's a difference. This is actually a very old channel. If you actually look at the year I created this channel, it's actually a very old channel. But the year I started taking this channel seriously, I always intended to have me sitting with somebody else and just chatting bollocks to the camera. That was always supposed to be part of the thing. It was just a random chat where we just talk absolute crap. That was always supposed to be part of it. I think I still call the channel that. What do I call it? Hang on. Oh, I actually changed it. I just looking up on my channel now. So it's youtube.com Supertell. But then when it comes up, it actually says Supertell vlogs, challenges, karate reviews, how to. So it's vlogs, challenges, karate reviews, how to. It was always supposed to be random chats on there, but I took it out. Oh, that's a shame I did that. That was always the original thing, was random chats. Actually, if you watch my really old videos, well, I say really old videos, 2 year, I used to put like the intros at the start of the video. I had the little title sequence, then it would say what that type of video was, and whether it's a vlog or a karate diary, and then some of them would come up saying random chats. That'd be cool. That's why I want to get that. I really want to focus on getting that back. But it never works. I got Aaron to do some challenges, and I did some challenges with Nadine and Steve, and of course, and I've been on a couple of vlogs with Steve and Laura. But just to sit down in front of the camera, me here, someone else here, just talking absolute nonsense to each other, to the camera. That's what I really want. So yeah, and I do a collaboration with anybody. So if there's anyone out there that wants to do a collab with me, always looking for collabs. Whether it's a vlog, whether it's a challenge. My neighbour wants to do Ghost Chili 1. Not Aaron. He said no, because where I live next door, there's a bunch of different people who live there. It's like a rented shared house. So Aaron lives there, but one of his housemates wants to do a chili challenge with me, so I'm going to look into that. But if anyone wants to do a collab, like a vlog, a challenge, karate collab, reviews, I've abbreviated reviews. I always used to say film reviews, it just says reviews, and that now leaves it open for me to review films, books, restaurants, chicken nuggets, how-to videos. I've actually got, at the point of filming this, there are 2 how-to videos on the memory card, on that camera, which I've not yet transferred to my laptop to edit, so I must do that. I don't know what's going to go up first, whether this video go up first, or they go up first, or whatever. By the time you watch this, they're probably all up anyway. And random chats. I really want to do the random chat thing, collaborate. There's some really big people who I'd love to do that with, but by big, I mean big in viewer subscription, not big people. By that, I did actually have a video called YouTubers I'd like to work with. I've privated it, I haven't deleted it. I just decided it wasn't very good. No one was watching it, and I looked back and I thought, you know, this is shit. You don't even see me in it, it's all screenshots. I'm not even in it. But from that, I'm just who am I subscribed to? Where's my subscribe list? So people who I would like to do collaborations with, who I'm subscribed to. My subscribe list is public. There's a lot of travel vloggers out there. I'd love to do collabs with the travel vloggers and travel around and stuff. But just sitting down talking nonsense. Love to do one with Emma Blackery. I'm just going realistic here. I'm not going to go for people who live like in America, because I'm subscribed to quite a few Americans, and I'm subscribed to Aussie Man Reviews. I mean, that it's just not really practical at the moment. So Emma Blackery, definitely would love to just sit down and just chat crap. I don't know, PewDiePie, I don't know. There's actually someone called Amy, who I have actually written to. I haven't had a reply back yet, because she does film reviews and she writes and I write. I haven't actually written anything for a while. She's actually published books. I've got to really get onto it. I procrastinate way too much. Hannah Witten, that would be cool. I'd love to do a collab with Brizzy Voices, but again, she lives in America, so it's not really practical at this point. Zuella, most of these are women. Yeah, so if you are a YouTuber and you want to just talk nonsense, write to me. If you go to my page, go to the About bit, and then click on for business inquiries. My email is there. Send me an email. I don't check it very often. I check it like once every couple of weeks because I don't really get anything from it, but I do check it every so often. So if you write to me on there, we can get together, we can collab. Anything that I do, whether it's a how-to, a challenge, a vlog, a karate video, a review, which is now open to everything, or a random chat, which I'd love to do. I've just uploaded Baby Driver film review. I need to put a proper thumbnail. Actually, I haven't put a proper thumbnail on the Mummy review either. I should do that. Oh, blimey, that's still really cold. Yeah. The problem is, the art program I was using on my laptop just suddenly stopped working. And because before I'd do all the editing on my laptop, make a thumbnail, upload it all together, job done. I don't know why it's not working. I've got the original installation CD, and I've tried redoing it, and it just won't work, and I don't know why it isn't working, but it's on the computer upstairs, so that's why sometimes it takes me a while to get to do the thumbnails, because I don't always think about it. So I need to, I really need to do that. Are there any other videos about thumbnails? This is, oh, my camera battery is in the red, so I'm going to end this here. I'll be very surprised if anyone actually got this far. If you did, thanks for staying. Leave a comment down below just so that I know that you got this far, and say, I got this far. Check out everything else. My uploads might be a little bit slow lately because, I don't know, I'm wondering what videos to make, and I've got to figure out what's going on with work. So yeah, my head's just been in a bad place lately, but I seem to be much better now. So please subscribe. Oh, my camera thing's flashing, the battery's flashing, it's going to die any moment. So subscribe, like, hit the bell button, all the usual stuff. Okay, cheers, bye.